All right. What is going on, everybody? Hope you are having a fantastic day. Sorry about the super late stream, but just figured it's better to get something started on today than nothing at all, especially since we really want to finish up with Batman Arkham City. Sorry, Arkham Knight. And then once that's done, we'll finish up the Force Unleashed series. And that'll be the end of the Star Wars game. But anyways, just figured I'd finish up today's game. But after Force Unleashed, we can do Wolverine, X-Men Origins, or something else. It's up to you guys. Yeah. What's up, Trev? How you doing?
Rebooting. Attempting to connect to Sentinel Network.
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Okay. Oh, can't go that way. I think we are officially lost. Okay, hang on. Okay. Alright. Where in the world? How are we supposed to get up there? To see. Ah, here we go. Boom. And, well, that's not good. Yikes. Get out. Not good. Ooh. Okay, good thing I looked up, otherwise we would have been stuck. What in the world is that?
Signal detected. A beacon is emanating from the mortal plane.
Suit is telling us everything. Whoa. Spooky.
Scanning. Vessel located.
Vessel. Steal the barge. So you think you're gonna get the story done today, or you think it'll take one more day? I'm hoping to get it done today, to be honest, because I'll start the stream, or do the stream as long as I need to, so just to finish it up, so that way we can move forward with 10 years later of Batman Arkham Knight. Because Arkham Knight, oh my goodness, as much as I thought I didn't like it at first, it's such a good game to not like. But yeah, I was reading something that they were planning on doing something for like the 10 years of like the stuff that was cut. They were gonna do something about that. Okay, there's nothing here. We collected all the gold. Now let's get out of here. On the vessel. The vessel, what the pestle is, the brew that is true. Okay. We lost armor there. Oh yeah, I gotta move. I know exactly what you mean. When you continue doing a game for some time, you learn to appreciate it more. Exactly. Because it's just something that means a lot to me and this channel. Because it's where, one, we met Pan, and there's just so much like cosmetic stuff that is awesome to use. For example, I like wearing the Injustice Batman. Sorry, not Injustice. Oh, that would have been cool if they did show it. It would have been cool to have. Sorry. It's cool to wear the Justice League 3000 suit, the Batman vs. Superman suit, basically all the cosmetic suits that I like from that game. That's why I like it. I'm kind of feeling that way for Arkham Asylum, like I've always told you. Sorry, like I've always loved it. Thought it was great, but recently I've been thinking deeper about what made it great, and it makes me love it even more. Makes sense. That's the same way for me in Arkham City. Arkham City is such a great game. Batman Arkham City. Especially that trailer for it. That was so awesome to see. Okay, so we have to go back in order to move forward with the keys. That's my best guess. Uh-oh. Oh, what are we gonna do? You wanna come back, huh? Ooh, okay. I am really annihilated in the back. Okay. Let's see. That's pretty much all we have here. Shooting doesn't do anything. Arkham Asylum was revolutionary. It had a beautiful atmosphere, incredible score, great character designs, intense moments like Scarecrow and Croc, everything that makes a superhero game great. I definitely agree with that because, see, if we didn't have Arkham Asylum, there would be no Batman game that we enjoy, you know? Or know and love. For example, the Arkham series helped revolutionize superhero games. I have no clue as to what I'm supposed to do to get past this thing. Oh, why did I not think that sooner? Silly me. But yeah, the music for Arkham Asylum is really good. Yep, I don't know if you remember. There was a game called Batman Vengeance based off of the new Batman series. And it's the closest thing to a good game because before Asylum released. Batman Vengeance. Wasn't that the 90s Batman? Like, wasn't that based off of the 90s Batman? Like the animated series and all that. Now want to be stuck here with that guy. Yeah, the new Batman Adventures game with Batman, Robin, and Batgirl. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So it was Batgirl and Robin. To the Batmobile, Robin. Even though I know that was the 60s TV show. That's what it very, very bad. what? Not cool. Life sigil. And that series was Tara Strong's first role in Batman. Tara Strong. What? It was Batgirl, right? She was Batgirl, or was that somebody else? I don't remember. Remind me, my friend. Yep, she was Batgirl in that scene. Awesome. I guessed it right. It's elementary, my dear Watson. Elementary. I'm thinking of Brave and the Hey, that's uncalled for shooting. Okay. Cause yeah, what was her name? She was still her name was Atkins. I think she was still Harley Quinn. Was it Sydney Atkins or something? Why am I forgetting? Arlene Sorkin, thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I was thinking Atkins. Yeah, Arlene Sorkin. Oh. Yeah, I was talking about her. Arlene Sorkin, she was still Harley Quinn, so that's why Tara Strong was her, aka Harley Quinn yet. Because Arlene Sorkin hadn't retired. Obi-Wan has taught you well. Let's see here. So not over there. Correct. And well, looks like we need a piece here. Really? Okay. Speaking of Harley, I was watching the episode Mad Love the other day, and that reminded me of... One second before I get distracted. That reminded me that almost all of the dialogue used in that episode was brought back in the in the Asylum interview tapes. Yeah, I thought that was interesting too, because I figured they wouldn't have done that, but since she was already Harley Quinn before, that made sense that they used some of the similar footage from the TV show, you know? Because they were trying to attract both old viewers and, people that love the TV show and those that don't know a lot about Batman. So that's why I can see or understand them doing that. And I just fell. And then Arkham Origins had to ruin it by telling a different story of how Harley and Joker met. Yeah, they were going off of the comics. That's why they went off a different story. Okay. You know, ever since you mentioned that mad love thing, that totally reminded me of Injustice 2 and stuff. No, it was Injustice 1. That's what it was. Injustice 1. No, 2. It was 2. Remember when Harley Quinn's hallucinating? Yeah, but the story is Joker and Harley didn't meet at Blackgate, right? They met at Arkham. Yeah, that is correct. They did meet at Arkham, not Blackgate. Which is why that is confusing. And why WB Games needs to study their continuity. Not better. Way better. That's why I said Origins ruined it, because that's what they did. Yeah, that I totally remember, and I was like, that was the other thing that was its downfall, was that they didn't understand the characters. I mean, the game was great, it's just they didn't understand the characters as much as we, the fans, did. Or, sorry, not did. Much as us, the fans, or as we, the fans, do, because it's something that it's like, if we were in that same situation, we would have done similar things to what Bruce did. And I fell. Not to where I wanted to go. But yeah, that when you said that episode Mad Love, remember in Injustice 2 they mentioned that? Oh no, one of the stupidest moments of Origins was making the audience believe that Alfred was dying. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Go away. Bye-bye. You're not doing that to me again. Yeah, that was one of the worst moments in the game. You're like, no, come on, don't kill Alfred. Don't let Alfred die. And all of a sudden, boom. It's like, oh yeah, well, he's not dead. He's still alive. It's like, why'd you do that to me in the first place? Which, I mean, I get they were doing it for drama, but at the same time, to Alfred. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That Harley hallucination in Injustice 2. Yeah, that's what that reminded me of. Because it was from the animated series. That was what that reminds me of every time I hear that line. It just reminds me of that show. Or, yeah, show. We had some mad love, Mr. J. Go away. Easy thing. And even more, the fact, considering that Arkham City, you were talking to Alfred a majority of the time, so he's gonna, so you know he's gonna survive. Exactly. It's like, what in the heck is going on? What's going on here? Quote Simone from The Lion King. Whew, that was close. Okay. I have a feeling we need to get over there. Time for us to move. That was a good jump. And no key. Wonderful. Okay. Is there anything over there? No. Time to move forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Oh, meet the Robinsons. AKA Walt Disney.
Arcane totem identified. Rerouting to next objective.
Blue skull found. Key access unlocked. Funnily enough, I was actually thinking about that the other day. In City, you start talking to Alfred, but then talk to Oracle for a majority of the game, and in Night, it's the opposite. Yeah, because in Night, you're talking to Alfred more than you are anybody else. But in City, Alfred is focusing on something else. 1 second. Sorry about that. All right, question. When you first did Arkham Knight, did you feel it to be more of a sequel to Arkham Asylum than City was, or no? It's quite often when the last part of a trilogy feels more like a sequel to the first. Um, dang. Did I feel like it was more of a sequel to Asylum than Arkham City? Is what you're saying, right? All right. I felt like it was more of a finale than a sequel because it brought in all of the characters at once. So not all of them, but most of them. So we had seen the finale of most of the characters. So yeah, it felt more like a finale than a sequel, to be honest. Okay, I understand that because that's how I felt. I felt like they were making more Asylum references than City. Yeah, that's understandable. I don't know why they didn't reference City. I mean, the only time they referenced City was when, what was it? When Azrael was there, and what was it? Nora was talking about it, and then Rachel Ghul. That was pretty much it. Berserker. Alright, we only have 34 more to finish up Berserker. Dragon Horde, we need 2 more of those. And Executioner, we really need to finish up. Okay. Cowabunga! Oh, that wasn't really that much of a jump. But it was still fun. Okay. Is there anything underneath? Once when Batman is following the tire trail, when Batman was following the assassin trail, once when Riddler was talking to Batman, and then the thugs mentioned it a couple times. Yeah, that's right. Very true, my friend. Very true. You really shooting me in the back there? Go away. Those are the City references I could think of. Oh, and then I think Joker mentions it a couple times too. Yeah. There was one where he was talking about when he's dead and when Batman carried him. Those were the two that I can remember. Okay, so we have to go back up here. Woohoo! Crispy! Okay, so... yeah, we need to go down. Red Skull required for full access. It's totally reminding me of Marvel now. Talk about ghostly appearances, my friend. Ghostly. Might I suggest, Master, to follow that ghastly music? That was so hilarious when Alfred said that. It is funny thinking back on it. They probably should have had the story be more about the aftermath of City closed down rather than the Scarecrow randomly returning. Yeah, that's what I would have suggested too, because, for example, we would have seen exactly what had happened with, like, for example, remember when Poison Ivy talks to Batman and she said, like, well, you know, there was this meeting, and then he said, what meeting? If they had focused on that meeting about when Poison Ivy was talking to the Penguin, Scarecrow, Two-Face, and all the other ones, including Harley Quinn, we would have known exactly what was happening for the aftermath of Arkham City. Instead of just randomly guessing what's going on. Okay, so we can't go over here. No, you are not getting me that way. No, 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 no. Bye-bye. I have no idea what that... oh. You think so? I think some of the first couple of trailers that were released in the interview tapes showed us a bit of what the meeting was about. I know, I just think it would have been cool to see the actual meeting take place before we hear Scarecrow just babbling on about his plans with the fear toxin and everything. I mean, I remember listening to all the meetings. It's just something that's cool to see visually than just hear about it. Like the Batman the Batman the Dark Knight Returns. That was such a great movie to see. Okay, I have no idea how to get up there. Well, so much for that. No, no, no. Ah, he fell. Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's this thing. Hang on. Oops. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, I should have figured it was this one. Yes. Wraithstone acquired. I hear you, cause like, yeah, Arkham City did good with it. The entire idea of Arkham City was to put place because of what happened at the asylum. Yeah, that's what I mean. Because yeah, I don't want to over-explain it, but yeah, that's pretty much why I was saying that it'd be nice to see it visually. Of course, then I know that's why they said, well, read the comics, read the comics. Which is why I definitely need to start reading the comics. No, I get what you're saying, yeah. And here we go. Woo. Let's make some magic. Woo. Spooky.
Final totem obtained.
Alright. So armor there, 92. Next. Ton of damage. I mean, I guess they kind of did a good job. People have got them thinking, okay, no more supermax security prisons. Send the criminals to GCPD and then they can go about their lives. Yeah. The thing is, there was some people that were writing and saying the game, it felt rushed. Which I can understand that. At the same time, what would have all of the uncut stuff been like to see? You know, that's what I wanted to know. Like, what would the finished project of Arkham Knight look like if it was given all the time that it needed to show the story and everything? Because, man, having that done correctly and with all that time, that game would have been a masterpiece. Not saying that it isn't, it's just it would have been 100 times better. What would you like to have seen happen at the end? I don't think I really would have changed it much. Maybe just seeing what happened with Dick. Like, what would have been like if Dick became Batman, you know? And what happened to I would have said what would have happened to Red Hood, but we kind of see a little bit of what happened to Red Hood in his what was it? His DLC pack story. Well, yeah, just it would have been cool to see all the characters and what was happening to them, basically. Which, again, like I said, I know it happens in the DLC packs. It's just I wanted to see their reactions to Bruce blowing up the Wayne Mansion, you know, instead of just Counterman seeing it. What was her name? Vicky Vale. What was the criminal side of it too? Yeah, but all that put aside, Arkham Knight is still a masterpiece. Oh, I know. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying that that would have also hit it another level, you know? Like a level beyond what it went, you know? So that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna disrespect the game that I still love playing. Yeah, we really need more armor. Oh boy, we annihilated that guy way too soon. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Sorry, I wasn't trying to disagree with your point. I was simply just giving my opinion. No. You're good. You're good. I'm just. The thing is, like, that was something I would have liked to have seen if I was not just an Arkham fan, but like, you know, a Batman fan in general. We want to see what Bruce's reaction, the villains. Like, for example, what was Harley Quinn's reaction when she found out that Bruce Wayne was the one that did not really end Joker's life, but Joker did it himself. I know plenty of people are going to be like, oh no, it was all Batman's fault. If you see what Joker did in Arkham City again at the end, you would have realized it was actually Joker's fault on why he died, not Batman's. Sure, I get that. But yeah, that was just something I would have said if I was somebody just joining the franchise. So I meant to say, like the gaming franchise. I don't know too much about it, but yeah. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. Plus, we got to finally use the Batmobile in the game, which I get. For me, as a Batman fan, I totally understand that it's super, super hard to nail something like that down, because if I was a game like developing company, I'd understand that there's gonna be gamers that are gonna be so mad if you don't nail the the Batmobile right, and they're gonna be like, "What? This isn't what the Batmobile's like. Like, why are you just giving us just the tank and all that?" But they gave us so much more than just the tank. So I understand what they did. I'm not mad at them for that. I completely get it. Okay, Bloodlust lasts simply longer. I don't really use that much, so let's do that. But yeah, still a great game. Okay, runes. 300? Okay, yeah, we need to save up. Upsurge. Mega Burst. Well, yeah, we need to save up 4 pieces of gold. Melee weapons. Yes. Thank you very much. No dread mace. As much as you want to get it. Yeah, a lesson that needs to be learned a lot is that no matter how hard you try and no matter what all you do, you cannot please everyone. Exactly. Which is why I understand why they did what they did with the Batmobile and all the other stuff, because us as comic book nerds, were very, very hard to please. So I understand why they made sure to have the Batmobile be the main source of transportation. Although you could still choose to stay out of the Batmobile, uh, only use it when it required it. But at the same time, you're gonna need it regardless because that's what the game is centered around. Because it's the stories are like this: you have Batman Returns mixed with the Batman that laughs. Those two worlds are collided. It's although Bruce doesn't really retire, he uses the Batmobile to help him out, just like he uses the suit to help him move quicker and all this other stuff. That's what I'm saying by the two worlds collide, and that's why I believe that they used the Batmobile as much as they did because Bruce didn't have as much strength as he did from Arkham City and Asylum. So that's my best guess as to why we used the Batmobile so much instead of using the super Batclaw and all that.
Payment required. Vessel scanned. Routing to bridge.
I kind of understand to a point people saying it felt rushed. At the same time, I can't. It's certainly one of the longest games I've ever played. Takes at least 24 hours to beat fully. Um, I mean, I understand why they had to speed it up because what was it? You can correct me if I'm wrong, Trev. So when was it like 2013 or 14? We had a bunch of trailers for Arkham Knight, right? Or what year was it that we had a bunch of trailers for him? But it was like so, 2013 and 14. It was just a lot of things that people were demanding to see. So I mean, I get the need of like having to speed up the product because of think of it like a business. The longer you hold on to something, the more money you're wasting. Yeah, late 2013. Okay, makes sense. So late 2013, early 2014, we had a bunch of trailers coming out for that game. I was really looking forward to that game. Let's just say that. Which I know I had an obsession for it because I was watching that trailer so bad. Like so many times. Just because the combat looks so well polished and the suit and everything else. But anyways, uh, without dragging it on further. The reason I think that if we gave them more time and they said, look, even if they had to push it in until 2016, I still would have been fine with it. The thing is that, for example, seeing all the DLC stuff, including switching off as certain characters, like being able to explore as Batgirl. Yes, I know Batgirl was no longer able to move, hence why she's Oracle. Still would have been cool to see her, like, be able to walk around, like they did for Arrow when Felicity had that problem. But anyways, just being able to use Batgirl and Red Hood, Robin, or making him Red Robin, that would have been really cool. Nightwing, all the characters that were a part of the Arkham City, and being able to use, like, switch those two around, you know? Like, switch from Batman to Robin, or Nightwing, Red Hood, once everything was over with. But hey, it happens. It's still a good game regardless. Bye-bye. Oh, it's you want to come up and like that, man. Nope. Alright. Berserker. Boom. Maximum ammo increased for Skull. Alright, whenever we talk about these things, it always makes me question if I actually like City more or Night more. Then I'm reminded of all things Night did better than City. I can agree to that. I mean, I understand it. Night definitely had faster gliding than City. That much I'll give it to. Tactic-wise, I like the City game better. The story was so much more surprising. And not too much repetition. but I still love Night as well. Uh-oh, I fell. And I've got to wait for that to go back up. Or down. More like down. You think the multi-fear takedown was a little bit too much? Or a good new feature? I don't know. It was a good feature, but I still would have liked to have been able to save. For example, you know when you're able to do the double takedown in Arkham City, you didn't have to use. You just had like that button to press. Or it was just wires. Excuse me. Excuse myself. Yeah, the double feature takedown for City was great. I just wish that they kept that same feature in Arkham Knight. Whereas if you were doing like a double takedown, you didn't have to use your fear takedown for that. Now, if it's 3 or 4 people, or what was it? The max was 6, right? Or was it 5? So I think it was 5. Yeah, 5 people. Alright, I knew I was pushing it. I said 6. If there wasn't a need for using that multi-fear takedown for other than just 5 people, so 3 to 5 people, that's when they should have said, like, look, you want to use your multi-fear takedown? Yeah, go for it. But using it on 2, that's when I felt like it was a push. And they should have balanced it out and said, okay, well, you know, you don't need to use it on 5 people, you just need to use it on... If you're... Hang on. Let me correct my thinking here. You're not going to use it on 2 people. We'll give you the option of selecting just the double takedown with not having to use the fear takedown. So that's something I would have liked to see. But other than that, no, it was a really good feature. I liked it. Why? You thought it was a little too much? Secret area. Well. Oops. And I totally fell. Not good at all. But do you like the multi-fear takedown, Trev, or no? And again. I don't know. I find it a little hard to believe a suit can make one attack at twice the speed. Like something that Flash could do, but it's a great feature. I know. I find it hard to believe, too, with thinking it realistically. But at the same time, he's a fictional character, and there's very few people that can ever become Batman. Very few. Based off of real life. Like, nobody's gonna spend a ton of money and fight crime like that. Let alone become the Batman. here. Okay. Codex page entry right there. Let's see here. What else are we missing? What you are missing is a mode of transportation. Monkey over here. And here he is, your brand new camel. Still not enough. Thank you. Okay, how many entries do we have now? Alright. I don't think we... No, we haven't read this one. Sorry. The Slayer's mecha dragon Sarat is a feral force unmatched in size and power, unyielding to the order of Arium. Sarat accepted only the Slayer as his alpha, forming a volatile bond. Sarat was grievously wounded by Hell's hordes in the Battle of Black Pyres, but the Slayer's heroic intervention saved him a moment of humanity rarely shown by the outsider. Under Commander Thera's orders, the Sentinels transformed Sarat with advanced engineering, melding his savage might with mechanical precision. Now reborn as a fearsome war machine, Sarat continues his role as the Slayer's ultimate mount, an apex predator, both flesh and steel. And I hear you about the takedowns. There were a bunch of predator takedowns missing from City, like the ledge takedown and hanging ledge takedown. Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't get me wrong, I'm never gonna bash on Arkham Knight for that, so I understand. Alright, so neither flesh nor spirit. Holy, these wizened hierophants serve as the High Council's living conduits. Denied archdemonhood, they wield forbidden knowledge as a weapon and shield. Ancient Belias, eldest among their venebral ranks, has witnessed Hell's empires rise and crumble. Now this sagacious keeper observes Azrak's campaign, his gnarled hands recording every triumph and folly for the Council's merciless judgment. Acolyte, Cosmic Baron, Komodo, Giant Cacodemon Hybrid, Agadon Hunter, Harbor of Souls, City of Real. Okay, I need to see what is going on over here. Alright, we only missed one secret, which I have no idea where we missed it, but it happens. Time to move forward with the point of no return. You know what I thought would have been funny, which I know you don't like this gadget, Trev, was the that one gadget from Origins where you're able to use it to attach to one enemy to another. That would have been so funny to see in Arkham Knight if that happened. It would have been like, yeah, hey, Origins, you couldn't get this right, but we'll get it right for you. That would have been hilarious. But I'll be right back in a second. Yeah, I actually am kind of learning to appreciate the remote claw more. Yeah, that's what I was meaning, the remote claw. Thank you. I was forgetting what that was. I don't know why, but it was hilarious. This layer is really zombified. Yikes. Just kidding. Still cool. And gray hair. He's wanting out of here. Alright, we finished Harbor of Souls. On to the next one. Got all the gold, ruby, wraithstone, demonic essence, health, ammo, secrets 9 out of 10. I wish I knew where the last secret was. Both codex entries and a collectible toy. It was probably a weapon skin. Alright, so we had Dragon Horde, 11 missing out of the Executioner, and 17 more for the Berserker. Alright, which game do you think had a better Predator? I can understand people saying Knight because of what you can do with the Disruptor and hacking device, but as far as actual takedowns, I vote for City and Voice Synthesizer. Yeah, I'm going City on that one. Although I definitely understand why people said that they would go with Knight more than City. But at the same time, it's just not having to rely on too many gadgets like that, especially on a suit for only 2 takedowns. That was something I preferred more of than, okay, well, you're going to use this suit for 3 to 5 takedowns. That's understandable, but like 2 to 1, no. But yeah, I understand why people said what they said. Dragon Horde. Okay, we're almost done. Resurrection. 20 out of 22. The Slayer, having broken through the gates of hell, looks now to bring justice to all who have wronged him. Uh-oh. Take the Mr. Freeze fight, there was like 20 different takedowns. Yeah, that's another thing. There was totally a ton of different ways to use takedowns for Mr. Freeze. Although I only knew I think 5 of them. Although there was, if I had put all of them into place, that would have been cool to see. Darkvale Forest.
By blood right, we invoke the dark powers to call upon the damned.
Alright, so we have 420 gold. That's pretty good. Yeah, sometimes I use the same takedowns each time. Sometimes I change it up and use other ones. That's something that I need to do more often, is change it up instead of using the same ones. Gotta say, I was not expecting... Actually, no. I was expecting the character to come back. Just not the way that happened. Which is interesting.
The outer defenses were slaughtered. Nobig's forces are surrounded.
Which, I
The
mean...
Creed just surrendered. He's not responding.
I mean, the way that they did it, it makes sense to bring the Slayer back that way. No, sorry. So for Mr. Freeze, I'm glad they brought Mr. Freeze back in Arkham Knight the way that they did. Because I felt like there was really no point in facing Freeze as a villain again. He lost it all. Joker was the only reason why we faced Freeze in the first place. Excuse me. But I'm talking about for Doom the Dark Ages. I could see why they brought the Slayer back the way that they did. Which is interesting. But yeah, still cool. Yep. Especially after we had 2 fights with him in City and Origins. Origins fight was really fun. But Cities was definitely beyond compare. I just felt like with whoops. Oh, okay, sorry, didn't understand. No. You're good, Trev, you're good. I didn't you're fine. I understand. Anyways, just saying that for the reason why I can understand people liking Origins more with the Freeze fight is because you had the whole background story of his origins involved. That was similar to the comics. It wasn't where Freeze was a criminal and master thief for stealing jewels and all that. That one really dumb story. Like the Batman. Oh hey, Mr. Freeze, he's a jewelry thief cat. That made zero sense. Nope, can't go after that guy yet. Let's try. Okay. So chase and destroy the Hellfighter ship. Dispatch all the cultists. Dispatch all of the cultist circles. Destroy 3 artillery cannons. Alright, not that much. 200. Nice. Uh-oh.
He just took out a siege tower.
Get word to Novik.
Demons are taking heavy casualties.
Second tower is down.
Favorite frozen treat. Oh man. In the summer? Mm. Frozen. Oh, dang. Probably an ice cream bar. There's these ones from Costco. They're just ice cream. It's really good. That's something I'll eat for this summer. I've been trying to eat lesser calories for desserts. Lesser calories for desserts so that I can have some more muscle mass gained instead of fat. But that's just me. What's your favorite frozen treat, Trev? Okay, there's that. Why do I feel like I just missed it? Okay, we need to go back. Nice. I like either Pace bars, popsicles, or 7-Eleven Slurpees. Ooh. I can understand the Slurpees. The Slurpees are really good. Oof.
Enemy troops have been obliterated.
I think that's a Utah thing. I don't think I've had Paces before. I've only had the Paces salsa before. about that. It's only, so I looked it up on Google. It's only in Layton and in Bountiful. That's pretty much it. It's not here where I'm at, so I'll have to go up to Utah one day and try it. But I'm betting it's pretty good, huh? Oh, dang. Hey, you remember having Firehouse Pizza? That place was so good. I miss Firehouse Pizza. Okay. That one. Oh, how could I forget? Me too? Man. Dude, in Logan, that was the best place to get pizza, Firehouse Pizza, and then, what was the other one? There was, Pizza Pie Cafe, that was good. Oh. Man. But yeah. Whew. Man, oh man, oh man. Even if I have to rent the Jeep to go out there. Amen. Going there like every other weekend was probably the best part of the whole experience. Yeah. I completely agree with you on that one. What in the heck is hitting me? Okay, you get it. Oh, Jesus. Armor is low. What else am I I missed a piece of gold. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we need to save up for finishing up that. Dang, we don't have a lot of upgrades left. So we have the accelerator we need to finish, the impaler. So that's 2. 5, 6. So we have 6 left to finish upgrading. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, so 6. Sheesh. So we have 14 things left to upgrade. Need the secret here. Oh, we don't have a key. We only have the yellow one. Okay, we have that.
Demons are being routed.
And one more. I, Captain America, and his mighty shield. I will now probably not ever forget that video. It is forever engulfed in my brain. Okay, so we need to go this way. We are lost. Okay, so we need to go back. Go back. So blue, need to go up here. Does that even can? It does. Yes. One of the other things I forgot to mention, dude, from the pizza place, like from. Oh shoot, that was it. So the other thing that made going to Firehouse really good was the garlic. Sorry, not the garlic. The cheesy bread. Remember? With the Alfredo sauce. Oh, or you could have it with the mozzarella sauce. Best breadsticks ever. Highly agree on that one. And then there was this place up in the city that had good pizza too. The breadsticks were good, but it just wasn't the same as I have to go back. Bye. Maximum armor increased 150. One of these days we should have a reunion or simply a hangout there. Yeah, that would be cool to have a reunion and a hangout there, man. I don't think I'm a part of the group chat on Messenger for the reunion.
Targets destroyed.
There's one left.
Okay, Can we do anything else before we leave? So what chapter is this? I lost track. I think it's the I think it's like almost the last one. The second last one actually, I think. Sorry. It might be chapter 20. Punch the guilty. Hang on. Yeah, good thing you reminded me. Okay. Episode list. I'll look it up on YouTube right now, actually. Punish the guilty. Punish the guilty. Okay. Yeah, chapter 20. So, we're getting close to the end of the game here. I'm going to finish it up as much as I can today. Because I want to move on to Batman Arkham Knight next week. I mean blue. I'm saying gold.
Enemy threat has been eliminated. He's regained control of the battlefield.
So, we need to... You know what? We'll just continue the story and collect that other stuff later. That's what I'll do. I'll do it off camera and collect everything else later. Right now we just need to finish the story.
The Creed's ship is powering up.
The Makers won't allow this. The Slayer will decide his fate.
Alright, so yeah, chapter 20, that's what we're on, guys. Commander Valen. A warrior of legend, Commander Valen stands as the last of an elite order, his name etched in the annals of Sentinel history, fearless and resolute. He has waged war for decades against the enemies of Argent Denur, yet the horrors he has seen weigh heavy upon him. His greatest battle now lies not on the field, but within. His son, eager to claim glory in his father's legendary name, walks the same path. Dang, that is so good.
Princess Rick, please, help me. I could still be of service. I only did what was asked of me. I'm worth more to you alive than dead. I can bring you Prince Azrin. Wait. Thera. Azric is keeping her alive on his ship. If she dies, his power would die with her. I can take you to her.
Yeah, that's who we just fought, and yes, he is really gross. Ugh. Alright, chapter 21. We only have one more chapter after this one. Final battle. Azrak's empowered army moves in for the final confrontation against the Sentinels and their champion.
It won't be ready in time, sir.
Refueling complete. Royal Atlan online.
Okay, this is cool. The King's Atlan comes equipped with a powerful new tier of finishers, Siege Breakers. These can be accessed by completely filling up your combo meter. The Siege Breakers can deal massive damage to your primary target and also destroy armor. Holy cow! Ooh, those boys armed to the teeth. Yup. Really armed to the teeth. Holy cow.
Combat mode engaged.
Wow.
Siege breakers are...
Hang on, I'll be right back in a second. Just gotta check on something real quick. And definitely that is a weapon. Definitely a weapon. Oh my goodness.
online.
Those Titans are protecting the siege towers.
I gotta say, that was cool. That was cool.
Forces have been crushed.
as king. So long as you are the only one they fear. This is true power. Enough of this!
Oh man, that's messed up. in a sec. I promise. Sorry, I had to get some lunch. Haven't eaten in a little bit, but yeah. Um, what y'all thinking about the story so far? All right. Yeah, I can understand that. Here we go. Ooh. Here we go.
Matrix life signal is still active. It is transmitting now from the Hell Dimension.
Vera. Are you all right?
I am.
Okay, we're about to go over 3 hours for this live stream. We're almost at over 2 hours and 40 minutes. About to make it 2 hours and 41 minutes in a second. But anyways, super good game so far. I like it. And yes, it is dark, but it's fun to play. I can't believe I've waited so long to get it, but love it. Alright, so we're on the Reckoning. Let's finish up this game so we can play Batman Arkham Knight on Monday. Okay, wounded and defeated, Azrak has retreated to hell. Seizing on the opportunity, the Slayer joins the Sentinels to put an end to his reign. Ooh.
Leave Azra to the Slayer.
Draw the horde to us.
Alright, the Slayer is totally thinking, you know, you just destroyed my best friend, Sarat. You're about to get it, Azrak. Whew!
Buy in as much time as you can.
approaching Azric's hangar.
Slayer's getting close! Azric's ship is taking off!
Locking on Azric's signal now.
He's on board. We hold our ground until he finishes it.
Alright, this kind of reminds me of the subspace emissary from Smash Brawl when they infiltrate Meta Knight's ship. Okay, I definitely have some homework now. Let's continue, and yeah, I'll look that up once I'm done with the live stream today. Here we go. Oh, you've never played Smash Brawl? I've played it before. I just don't know a lot about Meta Knight. That's all.
Kill him. Avenge your god. Now, as long as I live, the old one can still be resurrected. I command the Horde. Kill me, and this war will never end.
Any word?
No one has seen him since the assault.
We are much better off with him on his own. And you, young sentinel. Your father tells me great things about you.
Thank you, sir. The Maker's Church has disavowed all actions taken by the Creed. They give their word he was acting alone, and they'll bring justice to anyone that collaborated with them.
We'll move forward with our own Inquisition, quietly.
It is time to look forward. We will always be a people of faith. But we must consider now who we will put that faith in. And I say to you, there is no better place to turn to than ourselves. This is our home, and we will stand together to the last sentinel to defend it. As we have before, as our ancestors did, as we always will. And lastly, I'll ask you to join me now in paying our respect to him. The people of Argentanur rest easier now, knowing he is out there.
Targets identified. Slayer, prepped for launch.
Wow, what a game. Congratulations. Thank you, man. Whew. I can't believe it. I made it through the whole week finishing this game. What day did we start playing Doom? I think it was last week, right? So it only took us 2 weeks. I gotta say, the final boss fight was pretty quick, unless you have the difficulty set to easy. No, I didn't put the difficulty on easy. That's something I did not want to do, was easy fighting. Because I want to get better on games, so I set it on normal. But yeah, I don't think there's much left here. Wow, and yet that fight ended in 5 seconds. Exactly. That's pretty crazy. But like I said, I've enjoyed playing this game. I gotta say, my favorite part of it was using Sarat or the dragon. That was pretty fun. And then the King's Atlan, that was awesome too. Really fun playing. Would I play it again? Most definitely. I do need to play it again also for some more trophies. I only have 6 more that I need to collect, and then I'm officially done with all of the trophies. I think we need mastery of all weapons. This one, melee expert. Complete all missions in the campaign. Acquire all collectible demons. Acquire all codex lore. So, yeah, we have a lot to do. I'm just going to do all that off camera, and I'll record what we have left in order to get platinum. But, yeah, 7.3% of players earned platinum trophy master. All right, so... But yeah, this game is super fun to play. I definitely understand more why people say rip and tear, as the game's saying, which is very interesting. Also mind-blowing how dark the game is, but still fun at the same time, because you understand why the Slayer is so dark as he is, like method wise, why his methods are so dark is what I mean to say. Slayer, Jason Kelly, Deborah Wilson as Commander Thera, and the list is really fast. Okay, wow, that's a lot of people. Additional voiceover: Matthew Watterson. Motion capture actors: Brian Bentley, Chris Hurry, and oh my goodness, that was way too quick. I don't think there's really anything else left there. So, Nightmare, we acquired that. Nice. So, Ultra Violence, we completed the campaign on that. I do hope they come out with a DLC game campaign soon. Just simply because, man, if they have it, I would totally play it right now, the DLC stuff. But that's pretty much it, what we have for all the, let's see here. Let's see, the skins here, so let's see here. We have Reverent, Conqueror, we finished. Wow, we finished that one. We don't have any for this one or this one. But we did this one, the Pulverizer. I have a lot there. We haven't finished up. Sheesh. I've got a lot of things to do that I need to finish. But anyways, without further ado, I'll see you on Monday. We will continue on with Batman Arkham Knight. And then once that's finished, you know what that means. It means that we will be playing, after Arkham Knight, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. And once that's finished, we'll play Wolverine, X-Men Origins. That game was super fun to play. Anything else there that we need to finish? There's Lego Marvel 2. I forgot we didn't finish that one either, so I need to do that. I also should get the Lego Batman game 3 Beyond Gotham. That one we need to finish up. And oh dang, that one looks cool. Ultra Nightmare difficulty. All demon toys in a single save slot. Lore. But yeah, pretty much everything's finished here. Ooh, Loki would be excited if you finished Lego Marvel. Yeah, we actually have something in the works where he and I will do a collaboration together. And he wants to see the screen that I have while I'm playing the game. So that's something else that I need to do. It's just that Lego Marvel 2, it's another continuation of the first game. It also came with the Lego Marvel that superhero one based off of the Avengers movies. It came with that one too, so super excited to be finishing up some games. I definitely will be saving up for some newer ones. For example, Madden 26 will come out in August, and College Football 26 is coming out this month, I think, within the upcoming week. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this game. Gotta say, love it. It's fun. Okay. Ranking, how high would I put it? Like a 9.5 out of 10. That's what I'd rate it. If you're new to Doom: The Dark Ages, I'd say it's a good game to start off with. I definitely plan on watching the rest of the Doom games, just so I know more lore about the Slayer here. But that's pretty much it for today. I'll see y'all Monday, and we will be playing Batman Arkham Knight, resuming that. And we'll decide all the skins that we want to use throughout the game. We'll switch them up too, so it doesn't have to just be the default Batman suit all the time. And whenever there's a certain place that we can stop, I'll stop and I'll switch the suit. And yeah, that'll be pretty much it. And I'll see y'all Monday. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see y'all then. Peace.